This, arm down the over, hit a three, and take a step back while the catcher's in, while he's walking away. He has excellent rhythm. When you do the lunge, you're down here, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down. Bicep, tricep, forearm, upper body, quad, hammy, calf. Let's try it. Had 20 minutes of motivation. Now we need to get the elevation and the dedication. My brothers, good participation. Yeah. On the whistle. Go, guys.
Crossover here. Once you get here, I want you to go back into your left, lungeable, left hand rail.
And help them out. Each one, teach one all the time. It would make no sense for me to train with Coach Slim and for all he to ever need from me is to be there all the time. I guarantee right now, Coach Slim could go in the gym right now and do as many drills as he wants on his own simply because he adopted what he learned and it's inside of him now. Same way with you guys. See someone who's struggling, teach them so that they're able to do the drill on their own. It's not all about having a trainer. It's about preparing yourself. Okay?
Bring you guys down, but I'm just saying, like, it's a really, really competitive world. So I want you guys to stay positive-minded. Don't ever be negative. Always stay strong. Always, if you really believe that you're gonna make it in the division one level, you're gonna make it. Don't ever take no doubts.
Like, the most important thing that I've learned since my career with basketball is you have to be humble, and that translates into your school, but mostly I'm gonna relate it to basketball. Like, if you're not humble while you play the game of basketball, you'll never improve or get to the level where you see yourself at.
Well, till this year I was the shortest guy on the basketball team, so being small is not the biggest problem. Make sure you guys have a big heart, especially if you know you're on the bench. Big heart and cheer your team on. That's all I gotta say.
There's people in the basketball community doing really amazing things outside of basketball. And I think that's why actually he thought to bring me here. I use basketball as a catalyst to get me to where I really want to be. So basketball was, like I said, I wasn't the best player. I wasn't a standout, but it helped me, helped me pay for my education, helped me get me an education. Help me do things that I want to do right now. So.
I'm 28 years old. I tore my ACL when I was 27, and it's been a long recovery. It's been about 6 months now, 7 months. Just took a couple months before they even let me have my surgery. So I couldn't do anything till then. I had my surgery 2 months ago. They put me back on crutches, and I'm just every day doing exercises and twice a week doing weights, trying to just rebuild those muscles in my legs so I can play basketball again. So
today is we want to create opportunities. Now what we do with the opportunities is one thing. Okay? But having opportunities is what the key in life is. You have an opportunity to coach, you do it. You have an opportunity to coach here last year and be an assistant coach of the junior team. He does it. When you have opportunities, you seize those opportunities.
I look around the room and there's some of us who are less fortunate than others and some of us who have more than others. But I was one of those people who never ever had anything. Nobody on my side. Growing up in the north side, it's not like my parents are funding me to go off to college. So I had to work for what I got.
If you love the game enough, it's never going to end for you.
Parker's 30, and he's still doing this, and he reminds me of the guy I met when I was maybe 10 playing basketball, and he was like, he would have been like 16, 17 at that time, just as loud, just as crazy. He's the same guy, and he loves this sport the exact same way. And I see some of you here, you love the sport. You came here at what, 9 a.m.? Is that what it comes? 9 a.m.
8:17.
There you go, in your summer, just to play basketball. I see that love for this game here. Don't ever lose that love.
When you guys score a basket today, I want to hear the whole gym.
Hey!
It's going to be loud. I promise you this, if you ever see Oscar Romero in a tournament or anything next year, whether we're up by 30, losing by 30, first in the province, last in the province, you will always hear my team. Because we won't play if they can't be heard.
So you got to compare yourselves to really good players as opposed to who you're playing with in the city. You might be a good player here in the city, but in the bigger picture, you're not that good because there's a bunch of other players that are a lot better than you. So you gotta work like someone's working harder than you every single day. That's the mentality that you have.
You're going to get good at what you practice at. Where you spend your time will determine how good you become. If you spend your time on fancy moves with the ball, you're going to become better at that. But can you hit the shot?
Learn to play without the ball. Because if you can't play without the ball, I guarantee you will not get a chance to play with the ball.
No matter what happens to you, you have the opportunity in any situation to do something that's very special. And that's the way I always looked at it. Anytime something bad happened to me, something's happening at home, anywhere else, I looked at it and I said, you know what, no matter where you are, no matter where I am, there's always someone out there who did more with less.
Craft, be obsessed with it, use it for your benefit, and surround yourself with people that make you successful.
Things like understanding your own identity, loving yourself, understanding what's going on in the society around you, and things like that. So that's in a nutshell what the club is going to be about. It's understanding yourself and how to get ahead in the society.
If you take a look all over the internet right now, the majority of things that you see are dribbling drills. Posted to Instagram all the time. That's all you see. No one tells you the true story of how or what it takes to get to that level. You see now the trend is everyone to show people dribbling. Oh, we're the best coaches in the world. Best coaches in the world can teach you something without even touching that basketball. 100. I'll never forget it when I went to Grenada the first time. I was telling you guys this story. I was actually telling my brother's story. First time we went to Grenada, I went to the shower. And my grandma at the time, she now passed on. I went there and I turned the handle for hot water. There was no hot water. So I turned the handle for cold water. A few sprinkles came out and then it stopped. So I went to my grandma and like, Grandma, what about this? There's no shower. She goes to this tin in a small corner, rips it off, takes a bowl, dips down and starts pouring water on my head and said, this is how we shower out here. Bucket of water. That was one of the most humbling things I've ever seen in my life.